happy, no?
Pero yung pumalit sa totoo lang, tingin ko for the better yun nangyari.
For the better talaga, syempre. And itong si Scam and Bimbo, nagkasama na to. Ni Tas-As. Dati, guys. Another one! Yum, 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 yum! Delicioso!
Ganun na naman yung ginawa ng TNC.
Yeah, I mean, it does mean that KP has to come in pretty deep and potentially get chased. I mean, he needs to now head back.
Kasi ganyan yung kanilang ginagawa, di ba?
I mean, I'm sure he's like, man, what's going on? I go back to Australia for a couple of months and then this happens.
What is going on in my games?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Is he gonna get these into the tower?
It has to be said, KP is playing from Australia, I believe, and March from Korea, so could have a small impact on the results here.
Yeah, they're both playing on a little bit of ping. I mean, for March, it's not really that much. It's like 70 ping or something.
Radiant's
and
has been
KP a little bit more, like 100 to 110. Armel dropped pretty low at mid. Does have a salve getting delivered here, but Yopaj still laying in with the auto attacks. Snapfire getting forced back over top. No, Tim, not again! The couriers!
Man.
And
really playing with fire here. He has to stay underneath this tower, otherwise he was going to tick down. He's got the salve available to himself, so terrible.
Armel?
And this is ballsy.
He's got the breathe fire, so one hit could have been it. Yopaj doesn't have the level 4 just yet. What is Armel is just he really wanted that breathe fire just to make it hard for him to grab these couple of CS. That was balls of steel. All it would have taken would be one support rotating, but I think he knew exactly where both of them were. Playhard was showing bottom, and Snapfire also just chilling under the tower atop, getting chased around by Tims. Alright, Spiked Carapace not for the Scatter Blast, but does interrupt that auto attack there. KP getting jumped on top of, losing a lot of mana since 2 points in the mana break now.
Shall not be.
No supports just yet making that rotation towards the power runes. March going to be the first to do so, and followed up by Playhard. They're around the same time.
So far, CS across the board favoring Neon.
Oh, haste. That sucks.
Cool. March does have the dive, so he just needs to go over enough terrain, and I think he's fine.
I think he's mindful of not wanting to get ice sharded after he finishes the dive.
So he's just waiting out this haste with the fire spirit duration. Alright, haste is over now. March, dive, charge, doesn't catch him. Alright.
It's close.
Even if he had been caught by the shards, do you think he dies there?
I think so, if he's trapped next to those towers, right? Where it actually ended up.
Yeah,
Have
maybe.
to walk the long way around. Still have the tag team available.
Snapfire's figured out what happened with those couriers. Well, getting chased around a little bit by Tip.
Gabby?
Stun off the mark. Trouble for Gabby at bottom. Shards, but March still looking for the turnaround. The 5-minute bounty runes have spawned up. Nobody going for them just yet. Quap actually making the rotation over. Have they lost track of Yopaj? He might be able to clean up a bit over at bottom. They're both pretty low. Gabby and March still showing the double disarm. Salve coming out now. All right, Gabby's gonna be okay. March has the headdress. He just sits under the tower. Heals back up a little bit.
Got the tango as well. Relatively fast book coming out here for Gabby. Should get it by about the 7-minute mark, you'd think.
Be able to accelerate some farm after that. Give the lane over to the Phoenix eventually. While he just goes and hits some Ancients and does his thing. What do we got going on here? A little side pull perhaps from TNC. TNC, as we do have Snapfire, I think, looking to secure the 6-minute rune, just keep this Queen of Pain sustained at mid lane with the bottle. Try and shut down the Dragon Knight a little bit, though. Tim's does come over, stun under the Snapfire, and, well, it's an Arcane at bottom, so the play succeeded from Neon. They got what they wanted out of that.
Yeah, and now it's an Arcane Rune as well as a freshly level 6 Yopaj, so be a little bit careful here on the DK.
Oh, March blocked in. He's got the dive in 1 second, though, and he's going to be fine. Heads back to the tower. Raging Potato actually already pretty farmed on this Pangolier. Has the full urn picked up. Going back for the Vlads now. Scam doing just fine, #1 on the CS. Of what you'd hope to see for the anti-mage this game.
Yep. Now, they were a little lax with the couriers that were coming out before, but absolutely needing to protect this one. That's coming through to Gabby right now. It's got his Necro Book on it. Actually, now that it's reaching the 7-minute mark, you're going to be able to grab some neutral items, which I feel like they're going to start to try and make maybe a little bit more tempo happen here from Neon's side. You've got a Queen of Pain that's nearly level 7, so capability for damage is pretty high.
And this is where you see the other reason that the Quap doesn't really like playing against the Dragon Knight is it's a hero that you can't kill in your lane, but also if you leave to go and gank a different lane, then he's just going to take your tower. So you kind of feel stuck. They're still chasing after this Snapfire at top, it looks like. Be able to get out.
Yeah, so Quap shoves the lane in. Just go to the jungle, or is she going to try and
Thunder at bottom. Gabby manages to sidestep it, and the Necrobook is actually killing off Play Hard. Oh no, March, is he now in some danger? Raging Potato does have a swashbuckle available, and he will be able to clean up the Phoenix kill, but still. I think TNC going to be very happy getting a kill like that for Gabby here.
Absolutely.
Quap, just another rune, picks up a double damage this time around. Jonel is kind of hanging out here. Blink forward, Armel pretty far up. Can they save him? Nice Ice Shard block. March doing his best with the Fire Spirits. They are going to look for the Haunt in. Sonic Wave, nice spiked Carapace. Good damage on the Yopaj, but now they snowball Gabby underneath the tower. Dive through for March. Is that going to be enough? Tims with only the stun onto 1, and they will end up losing Gabby. Oh no, only the position 5 to lose your mid and your safe lane. Not worth if you're TNC.
Not worth at all. And KP...
trouble. He's got the spiked Carapace. Actually going to look for the turnaround here, I believe. Done on Play Hard. He's going to get right click down. Looking for the turnaround. He took the spike. Tusk is still ticking. Fire Spirit burn. That last tick, not quite enough. I think he was on like 15 HP. That's the stick charge is saving his life for sure.
It serves to show the impact of that lane manipulation up on the top side. You know, KP is still 2 levels behind Scam and not able to join that team fight at all.
Yeah, he's just getting kind of walked at by the anti-mage every single time. Especially when the lane's so far up. Scam just blinks on him, hits him a couple times. KPS just walk back to the tower. Not a whole lot that he can really do. Mid, Snap just hopping out of there. For Gabby, time to just hit the jungle, farm up. What are you thinking build-wise this game for the spec? The Radiance game after the Necrobook? Do we just see a Manta coming out?
I think he just needs to focus on survivability right now as opposed to damage dealing. It kind of ties in together with what KP's doing. He's just gone a couple of braces, so you can't Spirit Vessel everyone. You know, you're going to have to deal with one of them over the other, and it kind of makes them, on Neon's side, have to make a rough decision about who to really focus on.
Dire's middle tower is under
March
attack.
realizing that they're not going to be able to get an outpost does just try and grab a couple of bounties, but it looks like it is still going to be 3 all up for Neon there. Yopaj is just going for an Orchid this game. March gonna come grab some experience at bottom while Gabby makes his way through the jungle. Did find an Iron Talon, so some nice farming speed available for the Spectre there. Does need to come over and probably grab these Ancients in a second. What is up top? TNC rotating some heroes. Armel seemingly wanting to take over a little bit of control up here.
Yep, you've got your Siege Creep, you've got your Elder Dragon form available. Why not try and take this tower, especially now that KP's got his Reaper's Scythe available? be not necessarily hard with Skem sitting here, but they're just thinking, well, what's he got behind him? Why is he being so confident?
Yeah, and how do they really start on him as well? Kind of the issue, no level 6 in the Nyx Assassin just yet. Blink Dagger is going to be the first item for Armel here. March just digging up some salves at bottom. Yopaj comes down to push.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Play
under
hard, just
attack.
soaking the experience at mid. Kim wants to play aggro on this Necrophos. I don't think they realize that Pangolier is up here with the Rolling Thunder available. Just going to go for the jump forward. Rolling Thunder coming out. They need some good chain stun. Armel looking to defend KP, but great stuns. Do they even need the Mono Void? Skem's going to throw it out, and now they find a catch on the Tims as well. Nice Spike Carapace into the follow-up stun, but with no Spike Carapace, here comes the Mortimer's Kisses. Trouble for Armel. Tims doesn't even escape. He gets brought down by the Sonic Wave, and that is a 3-for-0 on the top lane as Neon just rotate literally everybody.
Yeah, and why not, you know? It gets a couple of kills, a lot of experience going the way of this anti-mage. He's hit up onto his level 10, so his farming speed is going to be accelerated by that attack damage. And, he's only 1100 gold away from finishing up his Battle Fury, so really fast timing coming through from Skem, and just the cherry on top of it was the tip from the ex-Mineski teammates towards each other.
Yeah, he's flying on the farm so far. Spectre is just going for the Radiant, so Gabby's not really going to be a big part of this game for a while. And worrying for TNC, looking over at the net worth graph and seeing Armel towards the middle, KP towards the middle. I like their late game, but the early to mid game definitely looking really good for Neon, and they're going to try and push up the pace as they come looking for a dive at bomb.
Yeah. He's got that supernova, but it's just so bad at the first level that you basically become a food.
Yeah, the Snapfire's got the point and Little Shredder ready to go, so
Radiant's bottom tower is under
really not
attack.
going to be all that useful.
Radiant structures are
Now-
fortified.
I might be mistaken, but do you really feel like this is the situation where Gabby should be going for 5 health regen over 5 stats?
Dire's top tower is under
His talent?
attack. Radiant's
I don't know.
bottom tower is
If he's
under
going to be
attack.
sitting in the jungle this long, sure, it's good to be able to just stay there and, you know, be regenning up. You don't have to spend too much on regen or go back or let your Necrobooks tank up too much of the damage, but sure, you just want to be killing things faster, right?
And Neon just running at them again at top. Armel does get the Dragon Tail out. March is here, waiting for a good opportunity to Supernova, perhaps. Needs a good positioning for it as well. They are just going to get the jump onto the Dragonite. Here comes the Scythe, looking for the turnaround. That is Play Hard dead. Armel still tanking through this, and they get another Dragon Tail onto the Anti-Mage. March trying to burn him down. Good follow-up stun from Tims. Here comes the Supernova. Great teamfight execution from TNC. Unfortunately, the Snapfire is there, but pays with her life to find that kill. Dragonite not
still
dead yet.
alive.
Raging Potato trying to finish him off, getting chain stunned by Tim. Armel just needs to dodge the swashbuckle. He only gets caught by half of it, and he's still very tanky with his 4 points up in the Dragon's Blood. KP wishing that he had another Death Pulse. Raging Potato just going ham here. They will finally bring down Armel, but Raging Potato dies underneath the tower. Yopaj does get the drive-by cleanup kill on the Dragon Knight, but still very nice for TNC overall.
Absolutely. I don't think it could have gone in a much more ideal outcome for them. You know, Gabby getting all of that experience using the first haunt to perfect execution, and suddenly he's only 1400 gold away from that Sacred Relic. So suddenly the passive gameplay isn't at all.
Yeah, I think it would have looked okay if the Anti-Mage had maybe survived, but
Radiant's
a little bit too many stuns and a little bit too low on the survivability. Fortunately, is Skem, so he's going to quickly grab this Battle Fury in a second. Though getting slowed down like that on the Anti-Mage does hurt a lot, right? His game hasn't even really started
Yeah.
yet.
I mean,
Dire's top tower
he
is under attack.
does he have his Battle Fury now coming out to him?
It's coming out right now, but
Yeah.
not the fastest timing, really. He's going to get delivered by like close to 16, even though he had a really, really good start.
Radiant's bottom
And the Queen of Pain as well. I think that was a 4-man Sonic Wave and a 4-man Scream of Pain. It wasn't quite level 12 just yet, so it didn't get that extra little bit of damage that was needed to perhaps finish off some of these heroes a little bit earlier. Yopaj, I mean, we've seen it in the Queen of Pains all throughout today. They've been playing really well. It's such a strong hero at all stages, but just not enough to be able to around for their team.
Yeah, the co-op seems to be having such consistent impact. Does feel kind of similar to the Ember in a lot of ways. Just with almost no matter what, you pick it up early and it's going to have a pretty good game. Yeah, Armel does have his blink now, so able to maybe start a little bit of anti-mage hunting perhaps. And Tim's actually surviving. I think he was the second biggest gold gain off of that previous fight. So he's actually getting pretty close to a meteor hammer here.
Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I like it. Now you can see Skem looking to accelerate his farm a fair amount. He took, I believe it was a double stack, the Dire Ancients, and now he's just taking his space in the Radiant jungle. They've got a nice deep ward here. He's just going to look to take advantage of that Dire side advantage.
Yep, just gonna keep on farming up over here. Yopaj playing pretty far up a bit as they actually try and punish Gabby on the other side. Here comes the Mortimer's Kisses with some great chain stun. Could not make his way out of that one, and did they even have vision there, or how did they know that the Spectre was in that camp?
How long has he been there? Did he just come from the Radiant side? Maybe this
I'm not sure.
That was right in front of Roche Pit?
Yeah, he may have like come in this way or something, but that was a really nice play. They kind of fake being behind the Quap, so they show for a little bit, back up smoke, and then just go gank the Spectre. Looking to dive in here, but March has a dive of his own.
I'm really loving this movement from Neon as well. They're just keeping the aggression up, making sure Anti-Mage has a ton of space to farm, and in the space of 2 minutes, he's gone from 3rd on net worth to 1st.
Tim's is going to be able to get the Spiked Carapace off in a second, still living. Not quite enough damage. Neon did have the Sonic Wave available, but don't want to just use it for a support in this situation. Anti-Mage finds the Philosopher's Stone. I'm not going to be very happy with that, but one of his supports will be pretty glad to get their hands on that. And AM has taken his rightful place as #1 on the net worth, though. Gabby getting pretty close to the Radiance. Is also going to start to accelerate after that.
Yeah. Philosopher's Stone coming out. Quap just keeping the Keen Optic for now. Not wanting to hold on to the Grove Bow just yet. Could be a great option for him. Clumsy Net too is just a fantastic item. You know, a lot of people just look at the active, but
oh, here we go. The Spiked Carapace play, stun, Meteor Hammer, Dragon Tail. It's so much for Skem. Oh, Snapfire wanted to help out, but now Gabby is hot on his heels. They do have the cookie to get down into the river, but I think TNC continue the chase. Blink Dagger in 1 second's time. Armel cuts off the retreat path, follow it up with a Tim stun, and hand that kill straight to your Spectre.
Yeah, I mean, there's the danger of going this Battle Fury build when you're up against a Nyx Assassin, right? It just pulls that ganking potential.
Do you think there are any viable, like, alternative anti-mage builds? Or do you just have to go Battle Fury every game? I've seen some people do some weird, like, Maelstrom Echo Saber kind of stuff. It never looks good. It never quite works.
I don't know about the Echo Saber, but I've seen the Maelstroms before, but yeah, it's just, it feels a little off. Yeah. I mean, unless you just go no Battle Fury and you're just hyper aggressive with it.
Right. But then you're just gonna fall off, right? That's
yeah.
The whole point of this hero is abuse Blink, get 5 items faster than almost anybody else, and then just win the game. Oh. Armel dead deep on the Radiant side of the map.
Yeah,
getting Sonic Wave down.
Oh, they know Tim's is here as well, I think. He's kind of just walking around, and it is Dire that controls both of the outposts. So I think they've taken every single outpost this game, right? They took the 10-minute ones as well.
Yeah, they're just a little bit too late on the northwest outpost. Tim's did manage to yoink both of the bounties on the bottom side, so... And he's gonna get a quick courier kill.
Okay.
He's gonna go for the courier kill and the TP out. So he makes the best of a bad situation there.
Yeah. Small victories. Radiance is up though on Gabby, level 15 as well, so he's going to be able to spam out that Spectral Dagger. It's even more potent having that Necro Book for the extra 3 mana regen.
Dire's
I like it.
tower is under attack.
what these deep wards have enabled. You've got Queen of Pain ready to try and make something happen again. Not quite sure about it though. Still a minute left on the Sonic Wave cooldown. I think pushing this wave in should be perfectly sufficient.
Man, the triple sentry from TNC. They're like, we know that there was some vision here somewhere. We just have to figure out where it is. You know, Armel can rest easy at night knowing that those would be warded now. Build-wise for the Queen of Pain, what are we thinking? He's going for the BKB next. Is this a, like, more right-click kind of situation? Do we see an AC kind of after that? Or is he more utility? Well, what are you hoping to see? Double for this Necrophos. He does have the Yules. Waiting out the Rolling Thunder for a second. Hasn't used it just yet. And now the immediate cancel on the Mortimer's Kisses. So no more follow-up damage from that. Gabby's in here with the Radiance. Where's the damage coming from? Scam does pop the Mono Void onto March. He won't be able to get off the egg. That Meteor Hammer connecting onto nothing. And Armel just getting ticked down. The Scythe coming through. But Scam shrugs it off. Absolutely no problem. Gabby trapped in the middle of everybody. Sonic Wave still there. Out comes the clumsy net. Play hard, taking a little bit of damage off of Gabby. They need to finish off the Spectre. KP pumping him with some heals. Tim's doing his best with the Spike Carapace to buy a little bit more space. The supports are extremely low, but Raging Potato wants more. So does Yopaj. Scream finds another kill, and that is a 4-0 in favor of Neon.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah,
is under
I mean,
attack.
fantastic team fight once more by Neon, just baiting it out that little bit extra, getting the early pickoffs, and I think despite some good work coming through from Tim's, it's just not enough to stop this endless juggernaut coming through onto them. I think the BKB is a fine pick to go early on, and probably transitioning into something a bit more tempo-y, a bit more control-y, just because you're enabling your anti-mage, of course, to be able to carry you a bit later on into the game.
Oh, Scam is
Silver Edge?
this seems like a really big bait to me. I don't think this is it, personally. Like, just get a Scotty, or just get the Abyssal Blade. Like, I don't think you need Silver Edge to kill Spectre this game. And I mean, sure, it's like, okay, all right, thank you, Scam. Please just queue up the Scotty. We do not need to see a Silver Edge anti-mage. Well, once again, the Snapfire getting caught out. Not having the most fun this game, especially with the next assassin prowling around.
Unfortunate. Tim's, he's scouting it out a little bit again. He's trying to find this anti-mage, and no ancient camp, so has to be a reason for that.
Hey, he comes in and blocks it, actually. So. Yeah. Just try and shut down a little bit of the farm. I think TNC maybe feeling content to just have a core parked in each lane and just keep on farming. I really think that is kind of the point of this lineup, is just to have the full tricore and just try and scale into the late game. Though for now they're pretty behind. 6k the net worth advantage, almost a 15k experience lead, and the win probability sitting pretty handily over on Neon's side, as a double damage spawning up outside of Roshan. Seems like Neon wanting to make use of that. There is some Radiant Vision in the area, but this is going to drop pretty quickly. Yes, and well, the tag team plus the disarm minus armor actually bringing this down very quickly. Raging Potato going to swashbuckle out to try and hold them here using the Rolling Thunder. He's controlling. Snatched it. Armel jumped in. Gabby does actually have the Aegis, so he's going to be coming back for round number 2, but they don't have a Dragon Knight anymore. Yopaj with the Sonic Wave making quick work of Tim's. Out comes the Mortimer's Kisses, knowing that the Nyx Assassin is dead. Finally, he gets to do something with it. Where is this Spectre? He's kind of caught on the backlines. The Scythe not even going to kill Raging Potato. He's got the Hood, so he's going to be fine. KP now just going to get chased down by Scam, and even though they got the Aegis, I think everyone is just dead here on the side of TNC. Yep. KP brought down, and that is, what, 6 for nothing?
Yeah, it's 6 for nothing, and more importantly, in the middle of that team fight, Scam was basically nowhere to be seen. He was chasing a Phoenix off and didn't have enough mana to even use the Supernova because of how much attention was being paid to him.
Right, I think the only damage that anybody took that fight really was just Dispersion, like Haunt, and maybe a Death Pulse or 2.
And the Radiance tick.
Yeah, oh man.
I mean, it has to be said, they played amazingly around these choke points, right? Ice shards right up onto the top of the stairs, making sure there was nowhere you can go, and then it was just chain stun from start to finish with the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, so did Armel jump into the pit as well and just died there? Was that the...
Not what I saw. I think he was fighting around the top of the stairs, but...
okay. I must have just... I think it was only Gabby who went into the pit, but even with the steal on the Aegis, and it didn't even get the last hit. So
yeah.
All they did was pick up the Aegis, and then their entire team died.
Yeah, and they've gone for this, like we were saying before, this pretty tanky build, but it's really playing for this late game, right? Like, you can have a lot of health, but if they've got plenty of ways to deal with it.
Scam just jumps straight in on top of March. Supernova comes out. All right, there's a Yules. Yopash just blinks in with the BKB as well to finish it off. They do get some stuns going. Tim's looking for the Meteor Hammer. He just gets popped by the Sonic Wave. Neon are in and ready to go. They've got some very mobile cores. Raging Potato trying to catch up. Does throw out the Rolling Thunder. Scam just sieging onto the tier 3. Tim's coming in, break, silence. They do have the haunt. Looking for the backlines is Gabby, but the supports are pretty tanky. Not really too much of a problem. The snowball not going to be enough to save. He still gets scythed down. Oh, Play Hard tried. Scam dead for 110 seconds. The See You Later Nerds feeling very appropriate here. Raging Potato does have a swashbuckle and an attempted TP. The Dragon Tail is off cooldown, but Armel didn't quite have the pathing.
That was very deep, it has to be said.
Yeah.
Quite respecting the power of this Reaper Scythe. You know, you can be tanky as all hell, finishing up the Skadi, but that is percentage-based damage. Percentage-based. Per HP,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Oh, I mean, it's basically... Yeah, that was a bit of a dive, and against a lineup that is pretty scary to be diving against like this. You really gotta keep the discipline going. See, Yopash jumping in. Tim's the first focus. Yopash with the BKB, able to just stand here and hit KP with the defensive Ghost Shroud. Trouble for Armel. This is a perfect chain stun location. No. Raging Potato dropping the ball a little bit, so Armel does get the BKB off and surviving for a little bit longer. They're just going to go for March instead. He does have the dive. Clumsiness is chasing after him. Got him. And now dead to the auto attacks. Yopash is beyond godlike. And all this with the Anti-Mage still... Anti-Mage is still dead for 30 seconds. Scam's having a real timeout to think about what he's done.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they realize, right, there's nothing really that they're going to, even without this Anti-Mage, you're not really going to die without Haunts, without Reaper's Scythe. So they're not really too concerned, and then of course the Phoenix is still yet to reach level 12, so that egg is paper.
Armel's got the Aghanim Scepter queued up here. I don't know about this. It gives you a lot, but it's not really like specialized in any way. I guess it looks really good in a game where maybe you can get away with building like SNY Ags instead of a BKB or something, but I don't know. We'll see. You might end up having to change the plan. I think I would even prefer like an AC or something here.
Oh man, that's handy, having the repair kit as well, just picked up from the farm from the Spectre, so if they wanted to, they can heal up this tier 3 tower. They're keen to try and make something happen here around the 30-minute mark.
Tim scouts them. Armel needs to be the first one to follow it up. They do get the stun under the touch, but here comes the Rolling Thunder. Armel not really getting the jump that he was hoping for. He's still got the BKB, so the Mortimer's Kiss is not going to be too much of a problem. Gabby still focusing onto that Snapfire first and foremost. Snowball is going to buy them a little bit more time. Play hard, resetting. Gabby claims the first kill. Yopash, he's got his BKB, and Scam's looking for his angle.
Oh, they found Yopash.
Stuck in the middle of everything. They do manage to get the Supernova out. Here comes the Reaper Scythe. They will finish off the egg. Scam finally coming in, looking for the sides, but it's only onto Gabby. It's not all that much damage. He needs to blink and reset. Play hard, also trying to commit to find this Spectre kill, but everybody on TNC playing as a unit, playing defensively, and they will clean up this fight. That was even a buyback on the Snapfire.
Yeah, so slowly but surely things going in a bit more favor of TNC's side, that we're starting to creep a little bit closer towards parity. And I think the big difference there was Yopaj, it really didn't feel like he had too much of an impact, right? He didn't use his Sonic Wave at all, and controlled up really well just by the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, that is kind of the problem. If you get caught by the first stun from the Nyx, then Tim's is just going to chain stun you into oblivion. Like,
he was forced to pop his BKB really early just to make sure he didn't get Meteor Hammer followed up and die.
Yeah. Well, with that, TNC buy themselves some more time. They keep on farming. Yopaj has picked up the Shivas here. I'm going to be going for a Lincoln's next.
Mind it?
Top tower is
Is the Shiva's good here?
I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, you just think about what other sorts of items could you really be going to get even more of an impact. Like, who could you really lock down? KP hasn't been able to pick up any sort of spell immunity just yet, right? So maybe something like finishing up a Bloodthorn would be quite helpful to have.
Yeah, I could still easily see him like just going for an AC instead of the Shivas or something. I do think they're the team like on a little bit of a timer. So, you know, tanking up your anti-mage, giving you more ways to siege.
Oh, here we go. DD top. I wonder if they're going to see it. Scam does.
Scam wants it, but gotta be careful with these blinks. TNC are in the neighborhood. The Haunt is available as well. Play hard with the blink initiation. They're going in the Dragon Knight first. He gets off the ultimate. He gets off the BKB. They get the Yules onto the AM. He does have his 10-second BKB. He's looking for the focus on the KP, but the Ghost Strike comes out, and the stun from Tim's. Nicely done by Raging Potato. They're breaking up this fight. Yopaj finds the Phoenix, so March is dead. Gabby jumping around. They will end up losing the Dragon Knight. This time around, the Quap having the impact, and KP gonna get chased even further in here. Scam has already used the ulti, but looking like KP won't be able to escape. He gets brought down, and Neon this time around, a much more structured jump, getting the damage on the right targets, and nobody getting locked down as those BKBs come out.
Oh yeah, now they've also got the counterspell additional magic resist on this anti-mage, so even if you're able to get off a Reaper's Scythe, it's not going to be quite as effective.
Yeah, well, level 25 in 30 minutes. Just anti-mage things. Spectre getting run at now. Does have the Manta. Buyback from the Necrophage just to try and help out a little bit as the repair kit trying to undo the damage that was just done to their mid-tier 3. Though nothing gonna help them with this bottom lane of Rax. There is still a ranged Rax standing, but Neon just heads straight out to the pit, check things out there, and then back to farming for a second.
Yeah. Man, I love me some March, I love me some Korean Dota, but where are the Supernovas? That's what I gotta know. It just feels like he's not having too much of a presence at all in these team fights, and you know, it's the definition of insanity to be positioning yourself in the same sort of way each time. It's getting to the point where you literally need to just stay in the base and try and make a bit of an impact later on into the team fight.
I think he keeps trying to just like hang back and be in a patch of fog, but it seems like the Quap is just got his number pretty much.
Yeah, they're jumping him really aggressively, and I think he hasn't quite adjusted for that. KP, did he buy back? He did.
Yeah, he did. This is big trouble. Raging Potato actually pushes him out of the ice shards. He does get the Yules off. Scam's just waiting for him with the Mono Void. Doesn't even need to use it. Able to jump forward onto the next. March can't get anything off here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well,
I'm gonna need an egg.
where's your deny pick now? TNC.
I mean, they're denying themselves an ultimate, you know?
Yeah. Gabby pushing up bottom. Neon just straight into the pit with the lucky shot and the tag team. Bring this down very quickly. Scam. We talked about the counterspell magic resistance preventing him from getting scythed well, and Aegis is certainly going to help with that. And we have another pause.
Bit of a different scenario for this one, at least, when it was used in the game, in the context.
Yeah, a bit more of a chill pause.
Posture check, hydration check. We're good to go. They're back into it. 35 minutes, and bounty's coming up.
But now a 22k net worth lead, 30k experience, win probability 92%. We all know it. Dota Plus has a soft spot for Spectre. I think if not for that, then could be a very different situation. Armel and Tim's trying to tank the gank a little bit on their spec down here. You get the stun of the Raging Potato, but he's pretty tanky. Tim looking for the follow-up stun, but great snowball save coming in from Playhard, and now Armel just gonna have to try and run for it. His BKB already running out. And Neon, they've got him dead. Can they find any more is the question. Gabby trying to deploy the Manta and these Necrobooks to hold the wave a little bit longer. As he now TP's top, just needs to buy 60 seconds to get their Dragon Knight back up. Alright, grabbing a Vanguard quickly.
To the Abyssal, he doesn't have a TP on himself though, so needs to be a little bit careful. Obviously he's got the Haunt that he can join the team fight in that way, but you want to have your Abyssal if you're taking this fight like that.
Yeah, what? His courier's dead, actually. So there's no, like, speed burst the courier out here to get your Abyssal.
Well,
It's a little
having
worried.
to just run back to base.
Middle tower is under attack.
Man, the courier being dead is actually such a big deal here.
Yeah, and he's still 100 gold short as well. I mean, he's probably going to get it up top here with the Radiance Burn and the Illusions, but too late.
Repair kit helping out a little bit here as Skem goes to work with his Orbit Destruction.
I was about to say they're not going to finish it off.
They got double catapults. It's not too much of an issue.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's
All right.
top tower is
Well,
falling.
dual Abyssals coming out.
Yep, and there's a Lotus as well in the mix, so keep your eyes
Radiant's
peeled for
bottom
that.
barracks are under attack.
Top wave being pushed in pretty far, but Yopaj just goes and cuts a couple of creep waves over at top. Deals with that pressure very quickly. And oh, TNC smoking outside of the base. Not the best place for them to take a fight necessarily. They get this played immediately onto KP. Monoboy doesn't finish him off, but the auto attacks do in the backlines. Gabby and Armel looking for the jump, but the snowball save is there once again, buying the space. 3 already dead on the side of TNC. Gabby versus the world. Armel trying to fight with his BKB. They're just kiting this Spectre. Yopaj puts him down with the Sonic Wave. Double kill for him, even pushing the Dragon Knight up onto the cliff. They follow him up there, finish him off, and the GG is called.
Eventually reaching that 100% win probability. I wonder if it just changes to that when GG is called. But anyway, 34k net worth lead, and not like this Phoenix really wasn't too much of a hero. You know, we saw a couple of Fire Spirits come out. Sunray kind of, but the Supernova just was not a presence at all. And at the start of these team fights, it was KP being picked off over and over. Really the only chance they had to come back into the game was one